Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another fabulous evening of Dungeons and Dragons Under Fractured Sky. I am your host and dungeon master. Oops, wrong button. Lady D, and my pronouns are she, her, hers, and I am excited to be here with you tonight. Speaking of people, I'm excited to be with here. Let's introduce the party of tonight's adventure. So let's start things off with Zool.
Oh, thank you. Well, I'm honored. Hi, I'm Zool, he, him pronouns, and I play Avne de Belvaux, the Cockatiel Kenku Paladin.
Thank you, and Salix.
Hi, I'm Selix, he, him, and I play Fringle Numbles, the gnome cleric.
Thank you very much, Dan.
Hi, I'm Dan, pronouns he, him, and I play Jacques, the Lizard Folk Ranger.
Miyoko.
Hi, I am Miyoko, she, hers, and I play Eye of the Forest, Tabaxi Warlock.
And Cheryl.
Hi, I'm Cheryl, they, them. I play Wayra Evenos, the half orc bard.
Dragon.
Hi, I'm Dragon. He, him. I play Usna Soulsight, the No Barbarian, and Best Boy.
And last but definitely not least, Mega.
Hello, my name is Mega, he, him, his, and I play the character Nova Amberle, the Charred for Life Fire Genasi Wizard.
Oh,
I'm proud of you.
the poor boy. It's only going to get much worse. Anyway,
Shit.
so, you guys ready to get playing?
Yes. Very
Let's
much.
do it!
Let's do it.
Alrighty. Okay, so when last we left our heroes, an argument broke out once more about Forrest's post-interrogation methods. Having
Murder!
Don't cut me off when I'm doing the intro.
Sorry, love you.
Having destroyed a new breed of Abzazel birthed abominations in the storm drain system of Nak, the group found and captured the cultist that was in charge of cultivating these creatures. Forrest broke open the mind of this low-level goon with ease, while Uznar used his patented Highcliff Crab submission maneuver, and the party learned that cities all along the southern coast were at risk of being overrun with these creatures. She then killed the cultist by using a poison spray directly into his mouth. With this being the second time Forrest used lethal force against a captive, the group once again disagreed on whether or not cultists were able to be redeemed somehow. Failing to reach an understanding, the group at least agreed to go to Averhold to investigate its labyrinthian sewers for these creatures and to find the chamber that housed the leaders of their foes during the Averhold games for clues. That was poorly worded, I apologize. Um, so, Fringle, Avne, Uznar, Nova, Shaq, Forrest, and Wayra, you had a tense and quiet march to the sewers of Averhold. You found access to the underground with the assistance of some poor folk who lived in the slums of Lowditch just outside the city walls, and the entrance wasn't pleasant. But now you find yourselves in a section of the sewer that looks like an ancient roadway from a bygone era of Averhold's history. The effluence of the city flows on either side of the pathway like rainwater into a roadside ditch. Thus far, you haven't seen any trace of the monsters you encountered in Knack, and are relying on Forrest's memories of the sewer from her time scrying into them in search of the chamber. I have a feeling I didn't complete my. I wrote part of this and never came back to it. It sounds a little rough draft. Anyway, moving on. So, you all are in the sewers.
Oh, by the way, how long was this after our last encounter anyway?
About a day.
Okay, so new
Thank
day
God
then.
for rest.
Yes.
Woo! Back to full health and got all my rage back.
And Heroes Feast ended.
Hero's Feast has ended, yes.
Right.
Okay, so back down to our original health pool total.
Correct.
Okay, back down to 93 HP.
So, yeah, you guys. Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say, you probably shouldn't say your health out loud, dude.
Sorry. Sorry.
You're good, man. You're good.
Tell me more how many points I need to kill you. I mean, what?
What? Anyway,
What?
so Yeah. So you guys haven't talked to each other since leaving the sewers. You've been kind of just tensely walking around, um, kind of avoiding talking for fear of conflict or just because of grumpiness.
Forrest has been very deeply in thought this whole time.
Yep, Abney's been quiet.
Yeah, Jacques has been partly grumpy and partly, mostly trying to pay attention to his surroundings.
Yeah,
Who's
Nova has
smart?
summoned.
Oh, sorry. You go first, Mega.
It's just like Nova has like during this time like summoned Otaro, like hoping for something closer to a cheery face in this tense atmosphere. Yes, I agree. Mm-hmm.
You're so wise.
Ustar, Ustar has been deep in thought.
Oh? That's
At this-
unusual.
Beat me
Look,
to it.
Look, I don't have a negative in intelligence, but I do not have a positive intelligence, so I can think. And Usnar has been thinking this whole time. About everything he does not understand about magic. He knows that his younger brother is a adept sorcerer, adept at using magic. So at this point, if we're casually moving through the sewers, I would have stepped back and would have stepped back to where Nova is and would have started striking up a conversation to Nova. That's allowed.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Nova.
Hmm?
You don't mind helping me with figuring out something here?
What exactly do you need help with?
Okay, I've told you that I have a family back at Sharpsword, right?
I think you mentioned it once.
Yeah, younger bro, I have a younger brother, total nerd, but love him to death. He's actually quite adept with the whole magic thing. His when I was listening in on a meeting between one of the headmasters, between someone who was willing to teach him and stuff. He had said that he had a natural born talent for magic. So I'm just trying to get this whole figured out because how did you come across able to do magic?
Well, I do have a little power inside of me, but a lot of the magic that I learned, I had to learn through lots of studying.
Yeah, so not like my brother, not like my kid brother who had a natural talent for it.
Yeah, well, I assume they're not a wizard, so would I have an understanding of what a sorcerer is?
You would.
So it sounds like your brother is a sorcerer. So it sounds like his power comes from another source. Some people have ancestors, while others people have bad luck or good luck, where during a time when they are born, and they get magical powers through that source.
Oh yeah. I'm few pieces are clicking in together. Say, has forest magic ever seemed weird to you?
It does seem a bit more creepy.
By the way, everybody is kind of close together here. So you can all hear what's going on. There's nothing
You can
secret.
all hear that?
Yeah.
Okay, then Forrest would probably speak up at that point and go, "If you have any questions about my magics, then you are free to ask them."
Okay. Yeah, sure. If you want to Sure, if you don't mind asking. You go you were self you were self-taught with your magic, correct?
Not quite.
Oh, so you're like my brother.
It is complicated. It is a little bit of self-taught and a little bit of source.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So wait. What? Hold on a sec. Then there's what Fringle and Avne can do, which I don't even understand what they can do. They have magic of their own.
They have the power of the gods.
I don't even understand how I have my powers, so I honestly can't tell you.
Okay, so gods can give out magic and you know what this is starting to hurt. This is starting to hurt my brain. So I think there might be something up ahead that we can fight.
Do you think that with your very good ears?
No, I have no, I can see in the dark.
So can I.
Roll perception, both of you.
Actually,
That's 17.
Forrest was being partially sarcastic. I'll roll the perception, but she is it rolling? Can't see it.
Mechanics wise, the dark vision 60 feet.
Mm-hmm.
But Forrest is also going to, as we're making those perceptions, she's going to say, "I can send a scout ahead, of course."
So, sadly, it's so you guys turn a corner on this road/sewer, and you find what you've been looking for, but what you've been dreading as well. Everybody roll initiative.
Oh my
Yes!
god.
The star is happy.
Yeah, Nova's Hairtena just instantly strikes up and droops back down, and then kind of like starts waving around, like doesn't know how to react.
Queuing up Megalomania.
Thank God I'm going first.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God I'm going first.
That's some really good initials.
Yeah.
Everybody did really good with their initiatives.
I got a 5.
I had a 9. I had a 9.
14. And that's with me rolling with advantage.
That's fucking perfect. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is gonna be great.
And I'll explain what you're actually seeing in just a moment. I gotta figure out the initiative because I'm doing this old-fashioned way.
I don't know what I'm seeing on the screen right now. Looks like work for area of effect spells.
Oh, don't worry.
Gotcha.
Thank
We all got it.
God, I'm going first.
Oh, fucking again with this shit. You are all going before the monsters.
What?
Well, that's good.
Natural 1 on their initiative.
Wow.
Okay, let me get some battle music up.
Please.
This day just gets better and better.
For us, anyway.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so what you see before you is a horde of what looks to be similar to what you saw in Knack. However, this is more akin to looking at like a bunch of zombies that have just like a little bit of goo on them and a singular eye from the goo itself rather than from the body. It's almost as if the essence that was called up here, and I gotta turn down the music. Hold on. There we go. I forget about that loud part. The essence of the god of destruction that has been pulled up from the earth has not quite bonded with the host bodies, so you get this weird kind of Children of Absazel / zombie hybrid. So, Shaq, you're up first.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you know what? I
yeah.
actually need to roll Otaro's initiation, now that I think about it.
Okay.
Initiation?
Initiative.
Like we're being initiated? That sounds ominous.
So, for Jack, he's going to reach into his component pouch, pull out a few thorns, grasp them in his hand, and he's going to mutter a few words. And he casts Spike Growth. And it's a... Let's see, so I'm going to pop the card here. Yep, there we go. Ground in a 20-foot radius centered on a point within range, twists and sprouts hard spikes and thorns. The area becomes difficult terrain for the duration, which is concentration up to 10 minutes. When the creature moves into or within the area, it takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet it travels. Transformation is grounded as camouflage to look natural. Any creature that can't see the area at the time the spell is cast must make a wisdom perception check against the spell save DC to recognize the terrain as hazardous before entering. That's a lot. And he is going to put it... Where'd I did it here. So, yeah, 20 feet.
Okay.
That spot... What? So, and since it's like... It's a 20 here. So it takes up the width of the whole room. It goes down to this little guy here in that row. Up to the big guy.
Hold on, I'm
Yeah.
trying to draw a shape here.
Yeah.
And I forget I gotta do it special to make a circle.
Oh, wait, no, it's...
All these squares make a circle.
Okay, so that's Otaro's initiative.
Come the
Yeah, it
fuck
goes down to...
on. Oh, there we go. That's what I was looking for. That's mostly correct.
Yeah, it's just... We just
Yeah.
imagine it also takes up that side, too. So, the majority of these little guys... and let's just say the top here is also grabbed. You don't have to redo the circle. They're all in this spike growth, and every time they move 5 feet, I have to roll 2d4.
Nice.
I'm gonna end my turn because there's nothing else.
Okay. Well, you did quite a bit with that. Avne.
Dan, I think our plans worked perfectly. As I will show you why. So yeah, Abney runs up, brings up the sword, brings it to the sky, as a flash of light travels through the area as I do my channel divinity. I will do turn the unholy.
Oh boy. Okay, as an action, you present your holy symbol and speak a prayer centering fiends and undead using your channel divinity. Each fiend or undead that can see or hear you within 30 feet of you must make a wisdom of saving throw. If the creature fails for the saving throw, it's turned for 1 minute or until it takes damage. A turn creature must spend its turns trying to move as far away as you from it. And it can't willingly move into a space within 30 feet of you. It also can't take reactions. However...
It's not what it is it?
You'll see.
Okay. It's not ominous at all. Yeah, that's all I can do. It's an action.
Okay, so that's turn for you then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Weira, your turn.
Okay, so first I gotta move. Where do I? Oh, yeah. That's perfect. Alright. So I need to move up here. And Thunder Wave. It should hit these three guys. Thunder Wave.
Okay. Refresh my memory. What do they need to roll?
Hold on. Let me cast it and then you will know what to roll.
Okay.
We'll bring the thing up. Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Fuck me with a spoon. 5, 7, and 11.
None of those hit. None of those save. They had to hit a 15.
Nice.
With that, these 3 particular zombie goo monsters are knocked back and they die.
Actually, hold on. It should be that one. That one. Those two. I think those other two. Because it's a cube out from me.
Yeah.
So those other two would have been hit too.
So these 2 here, or
No.
this one and this one?
No. This one and to the right and to the left and to the behind left.
Could you do the ping thing, because I'm having difficulty perceiving what
It's
you're
not pinging for me when I click.
Oh, you press and hold the click.
Oh.
Okay, so those 2.
Yep.
Okay, well, let me roll their checks, because I didn't roll for them. 5 and 11, I know that's not going to work.
Nope. Yeah, because it's a cube radiating from me.
Mm. Oh, come on. Give me the... Sorry, I'm a little rusty with Roll20, even though I just did a game last night.
And that's my...
Was it this one? Oh, no, just those 2. But those 2 were
Yep.
knocked back, or they died first, so I'm going to say this one got hit. I'll give you that one for free.
Okay.
With a sharp growl,
And-
they all writhe in the thunder, and then they die.
Yep. And that's my turn.
Okay. Uznar.
I turn back using a free action to the rest of the party, and I say, big guy's mine. I go into a rage, and I immediately start dashing, get up alongside the wall here.
That's solid wall. You can't go there.
Okay. Well, then I go here, pass through way or a space. I take the dash action, so I have a movement. So I have movement of 80 feet.
Okay.
Yep, I will have. Damn. Is there any way I can move along the side of that solid wall without stepping on the spike area?
No, you're already in it. Like, it made a circle, but it's basically like, hold on. It's like from here to here in like a cube.
Oh,
We just did a circle. Yeah, no, it's 20-foot radius. So it's
well,
Okay.
if it's radius,
all
it's a
of it.
circle.
Yeah, it's a circle.
it's a circle.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
it's radius,
Yeah.
it's circle.
Okay.
Yeah, it's literally impossible for a square to have a radius.
All right. Well,
Okay, so I have. Okay, so yeah, basically I'll happily take. Basically, moving through all the creature spaces in the spike growth, I'll happily tank all that damage,
Okay.
just so I can use my 80 feet to get to here.
Okay.
I was just wondering if there was any way I could just. Anyway, basically because I have 1, 2, 3, 4 squares of difficult terrain, which will make that. I was just wondering if I could just, do an athletics check or an acrobatics check or whatever to actually, do a wall run along that so I can. so I avoid the difficult terrain.
You would not be able to do a wall run here.
Okay, then I'm just gonna shoulder. Okay, so then let me just do calculations from this point. Points to original point was down here. Used about 30 to get to here. So 10, 20. Yeah, okay. Won't be able to get to the big guy in this turn, but I can get to here.
You're not able to move through opponents' spaces without actually combating them.
Okay, then I'll be happy with here.
Okay.
So I take 2d4 from the spike growth.
Yep. Roll your 2d4, Shaq.
Okie dokie.
It's piercing damage, so I only take half.
Whatever is half of 5.
2.
Okay. Basically just trying to pin down the big guy.
Okay.
That's my turn.
All right. Forrest.
Okay, what is the range on Eldritch Blast? 120 feet? Let me see. Alright, they've got that well in hand. I'm just gonna, I'm not even gonna hex it. I'm just gonna be sending Eldritch Blasts down the way towards the big guy.
Okay.
So, first one... Natural 20.
Fucking. That's on the big guy?
That's on the big guy.
Okay, yeah, definitely hits.
30. I maxed out the damage too. 30 damage.
Jesus.
I call
wanna make
hacks.
I want to make sure that that's rolling properly. Crit range 20 damage. Crit is just 15.
Yep. And you roll the
yeah.
10 and you got your +5 charisma mod, so you
30
maxed it.
damage on the first one.
Cheryl, you're muted. We didn't hear that.
I really want to see this guy one-shotted.
21 to hit.
That hits.
14 points of damage. I almost did 45 points of damage in one. That's it. That's my turn. I'm good.
Okay. Nova.
Can I see Usnar?
Yes. That was a yes.
Okay, yeah, it's just Nova is now having second thoughts about what he wants to do.
There's my fireball.
Usnar, can you live from fire?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so Nova claps his hands together and speaks a mighty word, fireball.
Jesus.
And just for simplicity's sake, I'm just gonna go based off of the center of Jacques' spike growth,
Okay.
since it has the same range, or it has the same like radius.
Okay. Go ahead and bring up the fireball card.
Of course, it closed on me without my permission.
How dare. Okay. Fuck me. Okay.
And it does include the big guy because the circle's a little short on the top.
Yeah.
But it does include him, yeah.
How many I got here? Hold on. 1, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
No, you won't.
Well, there's 4 that are dead. Another 3 that are dead. And 1 more that's dead. Shit, I lost count. One that's okay, so fucking everything. All right, so what happens if they pass? Mega?
They just take.
Oh, they take half
damage.
damage. Half damage if you pass, full damage if you fail.
You reduce a shit ton of these to ash. And I'm just going to delete them rather than keep them on the field because it's easier. Osnar, what was your dex save?
An 8.
Okay.
I already minus off the 21 damage I took.
Okay. All right, and this one 21 damage. Okay. All right. So Nova completely wiped the floor out of. Yeah. Good on you, Nova. Good job.
Looks like
Nova is now plugging his nose from the sheer amount of death that has now permeated this room.
Yeah. You're in a sewer, so it was gross anyway. Waver's standing in poopy water.
I'm not going to get used to that smell.
smells like poo gas in here.
Oh God.
Dang it! That was my favorite. That was my favorite shirt.
Wayra is burning everything she wore today.
Aww.
Aww.
Well, that's what happens when you stand in
Just-
poopy water.
Burning it. She's got
Isn't
no
it-
money to replace it, so
Isn't
she's
it
just gonna
great
burn it
that
all.
Isn't it great that you're not wearing the yellow dress?
Yeah, she would not wear the pretty yellow dress into combat and definitely not into a sewer.
All right.
She is in her rattiest traveling clothes because she knew she was going into a sewer.
Oh, I gotta get rid of this one too. All
So
right.
while Nova is kind of like hacking that, he'll end his turn.
All right, Pringle, you're up.
Okay. Hmm. Bringle is going to move here. And then he's just going to sacred flame the guy in front of Avne.
Okay. Bring it up.
Needs right.
And what's the dexterity? Is it dex or?
Yeah, it's a dex save of 14.
Yeah, they don't make it.
Then it takes 2d8 radiant damage.
It dies.
I haven't even rolled it yet.
I know, it dies.
Okay. And then Pringle is going to summon his shield. And that'd be his turn.
Very good. All right. Now it's the monster's turn.
Did all the monsters roll above or below 5?
What's that?
Did all the monsters roll above or below 5? Because I did roll Otaro's initiative.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even see that. Well, I guess it's Otaro's turn then.
Right. So in which case, actually, how far is Ustar? Since he would have been coming from me. Yeah, that's close enough. Otaro, I'm actually going to command Otaro to go and follow Usnar. Like basically use its movement to catch up to where Usnar is.
Okay.
Is Otaro a bird?
Yeah, Otaro's an owl.
Okay, good. All right. I was
Yeah,
afraid my spike road.
yeah, he's a barred
Okay.
owl.
Yay! My favorite.
Yay! I won't kill the party's pet. Yay!
Oh, okay.
It only
Did you
has 1
say
HP.
barn? Did you say barn owl or barred owl?
Bard.
Bard.
Barred.
Okay.
Ah.
See, I thought you meant like it was an owl that was like Wera. It's like
I mean, he
I mean,
sings
Owl could be
pretty.
flying in with a lute.
Look here.
I mean, if you ask nicely, Otaro will give you a nice little ditty.
okay.
Okay. Is that Otaro's turn?
That'll be his turn, yes.
Now it's the monster's turns. All right, so Fringle, you get this one and this one coming up to you, looking for a fight. And one of them rolls a 22, which I know will hit. The other one is an 11.
The 11 will not hit.
You take 4 bludgeoning damage as it swipes at you with its club-like arm.
Okay.
All right, this one up here next to Avne is going to attack Avne with a 17.
That's a no.
Okay. And these things up here are going to start making their move. Now, you said that this circle's difficult terrain now, right? Right,
Yep.
Shaq? Okay.
It is difficult terrain.
Okay, so they got half movement then. And they got to take damage.
For every 5 feet.
And it technically starts again here.
Just for the sake of ease, can we use the circle?
Yeah, all right. Okay, I'm sorry.
Because the circle will only let me snap to, like,
Ah,
the squares, not
okay.
place it wherever I can.
Alrighty.
I mean, yeah, anyway.
I mean, it is 20 feet.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
20
so
feet.
here we go.
It's not like anything's on the corners anymore. They all did.
So it went 4 because
so 4d4. No, it's 2, 4, 6. No, it's 8d4. I gotta do.
Yep.
Let's see. 19 damage.
This one is going to also march into this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So roll another 8.
64. Was it 6 or was he was one step back?
Yeah, but he's still in four places in
Oh,
the
right,
circle.
yeah.
So
Sure, yeah. Also another 19 points of damage.
now for the big dumb one, who is not very fast at all.
And who is heavily damaged.
But he dummy thick.
All right, so that's 3.
About to clap these cheeks.
Colonel.
18 points of damage.
Burn. How long does the thorns last?
10 minutes.
Okay.
Or until, like, it gets concentration, so
Okay.
either I drop it or whatever.
Understood. Okay, that's the monster's turn. So, Shaq, it's your turn now.
Oh boy. I'm just gonna go here. I'm gonna move up a little over to here next to Fnae. Actually, yeah, up to Fnae. And then I'm gonna pelt 2 arrows at the big boy.
Alrighty then.
Let this longbow. Where are you at? Normal roll. That's 20 to hit.
That hits.
That's 10 plus 13, 17 points of damage.
Okay, the champion, the incomplete champion, is dripping.
That does not look good. So I'm gonna do another shot, but this time with the sharpshooter.
Okay,
That's a 5. That's a 10.
that hits.
Jesus.
They're big dummies.
Big dummies 17. That's 27 points of damage.
Where do you want this arrow to land in order to kill the fucker?
Right in its big dumb stupid eye.
Right? So right in its big dumb stupid eye, the monster receives an arrow and howls in despair as it melts into a formless puddle of goo and then disintegrates.
That was
Stole
easy.
it right from Uznar.
Yeah. Spike growth is amazing when used correctly.
Yes, yes, it is.
You hear the metal grind as his knuckles towards you.
He just shrugs. Eh.
I just imagine Uznar's head turning around, and there's just that slow sound of concrete grinding as it does so.
Shrug
That's-
emoji.
That's all I can do. That's
Okay.
turn.
All right. So that brings us to Avne.
Hi.
Hello.
I guess I'll do the sword slashy thingy since my divinity didn't work.
Nope.
Nah, it's fine. It was worth a shot. But yeah, slash. Let's go.
That hits.
Yeah. That's 13 slashing.
Dead.
You're gonna turn around and go on to help my boy over here.
Roll with advantage.
You got it, flanking. Woohoo. Advantage, and there you go. That's
Dead.
a 19.
Dead.
Dead. and, and let's see, should I use it? Yeah, you know what? Why not? I'll use it. I'll use my Shield Master feat. I'll do the first one against the remaining one right here.
Okay.
To try to knock it prone.
All right. I want to just read through this really quick.
Yeah, of course.
If you're able to make multiple attacks with the attack action, this attack replaces one of them. That's
Oh, I didn't read that part. My bad.
yeah, no worries. Yeah, so sadly no shield
Yeah.
master unless you want to replace your second attack.
Nah, it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Waira, you're up.
Alright. Going to run up to Blue Boy here.
You got to take
And-
damage when you do.
Yep, I know.
Okay, that's what's also difficult terrain.
Yes.
Oh
that's
shit,
also
never
true.
mind then.
Yeah,
Never mind, I can't actually get to him.
yeah, you'd be wasting an action just to dash through.
Yep. So I will instead take my crossbow out and shoot Blue Boy.
Okay, shoot away.
So I can't stab him, so I will shoot him. Nope.
No.
With that natural one, your crossbow misfires and you are hit in the face with a ass end of a bolt.
Ow.
I didn't roll severity
Ow.
on that, but I'm glad I didn't because it ended up being a 95.
Ow.
But I have said my thing, so it
Yep.
stands. You only get
Yep.
you take no actual damage except injury to your pride, and your turn ends.
Yeah, I don't get my second attack from that because I'm currently like holding my nose going, ow.
All right, Uznar, it's your turn.
Eh. Move 2 steps. I need. So how much?
It's 44 to take 2 steps.
Okay,
Time to
44.
roll it. 13, half of that, actually.
Yes, so
It's really-
7. I'm down to 6. So don't say the number of actual health, Patrick. You stupid. You know what? Ustar is now kind of annoyed by getting it to fight the big guy. But these two people right here will do. So he gonna go in to punch red guy.
Okay.
Yeah. That's 26.
That definitely hits.
So that's 8 damage. Okay, second arm strike. That's a 24.
That hits.
8 damage again. Okay, and then bonus action, the blue guy needs to make a dexterity saving throw as my aura shoots out a bolt of lightning at him.
With a natural 20, I presume it passes.
Do you do natural 20s full clearance of all damage? Because if he passes, still half damage.
I will allow half damage. He will.
Okay, then he takes free lightning damage. And that is my turn.
Very good. All right, Forrest, it's your turn.
Let's see. Well, I mean, I didn't get to steal the big guy from Uznar, so I guess I'll steal the red guy from Uznar instead and shoot it with a couple of Eldritch Blasts.
Go for it.
23.
That hits.
12 points of damage. Is it still alive?
It's still alive.
Okay.
Nah, one.
Second one.
One.
25.
We're... that hits, of course.
15 damage. That's all I got.
All right. Nova.
Yeah, Nova's just kind of like carefully walking, trying not to step on anything too disgusting. It's like, gross, gross, gross. And sees the two up ahead that are still left, and he points at the blue one, and a loud bell noise rings in its eye. Toll the Dead.
Bring it up.
Oh, I love Toll the Dead.
You point at one creature you can see within range, and the sound of a dolorous bell fills the air around it for a moment. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or take 1d8 necrotic damage. If that target is missing any of its hit points, it instead takes 1d12 necrotic damage. At higher levels, this spell damage increases by 1 die. Okay, so
Yeah, so the left side was the D8, and the right side is the D12.
You're welcome.
well, it got a 16.
Well, then that's a pass. No damage.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you, it wouldn't have taken damage anyway.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh, okay, I can see what you mean. Well, Nova will end his turn there.
All right. Okay, so Fringle, your turn.
Fringle is going to light this guy on fire that's next to him.
Okay. Light him up. And what's the save again?
14 dex.
He does not make it. He is dead.
Right. Okay. And then Fringle is going to move here.
Okay.
And 1 second. And that's gonna end his turn.
Okay. Otaro.
Yeah, so Otaro is going to, I guess, like basically move here. Like take a flyby help action. I guess maybe just like, I guess like in the event that that Usnar would attack it, I guess like Otaro would fly down and like peck its eyes out, I guess.
Okay.
And that'll end its turn as it flies out of range.
All right. Okay, and let me, I'm going to put this little token representing Otaro here. Yeah. Just let me know where to move it and when to move it.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Now it's the monster's turns. Usnar, the crimson child of Abzazel, is right next to you, and it is pissed. Not that it really has emotions, but it is pissed. And it wildly swings at you with a 14.
That misses.
For its second attack, it goes for another swing, and it is definitely not making that because that is a 7. And its third attack is similarly bullshit. So it does not have a good round. I'm not going to use those dice for monsters anymore. So now the blue...
No, keep using them. No.
The blue one moves to the square next to you. So it takes the thing.
2d4, 3 damage.
I mean, if it moved down one, it would have flanking.
I know, right? First attack does a 20 hit?
Yes, it does.
All right. You take 13 bludgeoning damage.
Cut in half, so that's 7. So I'm down. Math.
That's 6.
Okay, yep. Okay, I'm down to that much.
Okay. Does a 17 hit?
That matches.
And then it hits. So you take... Come here, you. 7, 10, 13 bludgeoning damage.
So that's another 7. So okay. Right. I'm now reduced. Okay. This now activates.
Blood Rage. When you are reduced below half your maximum hit points, you gain +1 to AC and +2 to damage rolls for 1 minute. Once you use this trait, you cannot use it again until you have finished a long rest. Okay.
So you all notice that the lightning arcing is literally gone blood red, and yeah, he's kind of a lot more savage and crazy than normal.
Otaro's doing their best to avoid it.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about your aura that you have right now.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, normally when the aura is activated, you naturally all see that there's lightning just like casually just arcing from Usnar, but from the bolts have gone from this brilliant blue arc to just crimson red now, and Usnar's fury has gone from a very, very controlled rage to a lot more psychotic.
Okay.
He has definitely lost himself. He has definitely lost himself in the thrill of the battle.
Well, it is now Jacques' turn. Oh wait, hold on. No, it's not. I'm sorry. Hang on. I gotta.
Oh, I'm so glad I didn't drop the spell. So fucking glad.
I gotta get them all in their own squares. Hang on.
Oh my god.
Hearing the commotion, another batch of these zombies comes up from who knows where. From further ahead in the tunnel. And one of them is apparently stuck, like, up here. Not that you can really see him, because he's hidden by shadow. Now it's Jack's turn.
Would I see those things coming?
You would.
He'd just be like, okay, yeah, and he can't get the words out. And he's gonna lob an arrow at the red child with sharpshooter. Let's see here. That is a 21 to hit.
That hits.
That's plus that. It's 13, 17. That's 27 points of damage.
And the red one disintegrates into ash and burns away.
Right. And the second arrow will go towards the blue one, the other one, again with sharpshooter. 21, 16 to hit.
That hits.
It's 8 plus 4, 22 points of damage.
It is dead.
Just gonna steal all those kills from Wuznar.
Wuznar is kind of not in a position to care at the moment.
Right, and he's gonna just move up here at the edge.
There.
And that's gonna be a turn.
Very good. Okay, Avne, you're up. A new batch of zombies has just arrived.
What the hell am I supposed to do?
I don't know, you got a hand crossbow now.
I do, but still.
And if I think I forgot to change it out, because I accidentally gave you a light crossbow.
And it's still there.
Yeah, let me drop a hand crossbow in for you.
Icky doke.
You'd pull out your crossbow and God magically turns it into something else. Just right before your eyes.
Avne's character
Morelle's
sheet.
miracles.
And there you go, hand crossbow.
There we go. Thank you.
You're welcome. Delete the light crossbows when you can.
Yep. I mean, I can do that after my turn.
Okay.
But yeah, that's really the most I can do. Just sheath the sword, sheath the shield. Actually, no, I can keep the shield up. Right,
Exactly.
not like crossbow anymore. And yeah, and just shoot for that one.
Do it.
Normal roll, please. Still have to get used to that. 16.
Hits. Dead.
Whoa. And I guess I have to use my other action to reload, I guess.
Yes.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it then.
Very good. Okay, Weira, your turn. Wait, did I skip your turn last time, or?
No, she did. It's just that she knocked herself in the face with a nat one.
Right, that's right. And by the way, Cheryl, if you're talking, we can't hear you. You're muted.
Yeah, I was saying I got smacked in the face with a crossbow bolt.
Okay, I remember now.
Let me just figure out distance. Ah, goddamn thorns. Alright, I guess I'm gonna move up here next to Jacques. Just so I'm a bit closer, or just have better view. And fire the crossbow bolt at, let's say that one.
Okay.
And let's hope I do not smack myself in the face again.
Well, don't jinx yourself.
That's a hit.
I do not.
It's dead. Little secret, all these have 1 HP.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I figured.
Not a secret
Minion
anymore.
rules.
Exactly. Is that turn for Wayra?
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right, Uznar.
Yeah, I don't get my second attack because I have to reload the crossbow.
Right. Your turn, Uznar.
So noticing that everything around me is dead and seeing more people coming towards me, Usnar is basically just blindly just charges towards the throng. So 10, 15. So 10, 20, 30, 40. Action dash, move to there, move to there, and bonus action lightning strike on the lad right next to me.
Okay. Yeah, it does not pass its saving throw. It is dead.
And Usnar also takes 11 points of damage.
Too pissed to care.
Yep, 2 plus the cap.
Is that turn for Uznar?
Yeah, that is turn.
Forrest, it's your turn.
Okay. Let me see. I believe everything is like still within range.
Oh, yes.
Starting from just the far right, Eldritch blasting that one.
Okay.
14.
That's a hit. That's a death.
Yeah, and then Eldritch blasting the one next to it.
Oh, shit. Go away.
Nat 20.
Dead.
Oof.
I'm curious now. Hold on. Oh, so close to maxing that damage too. Okay. Yep. I'm gonna move up to right there,
Okay.
and that's it.
All right, I'm going to delete these dead tokens just to get them out of my sight. They basically disintegrated anyway. But you guys killed a lot of them.
Puddles of goo.
All right.
It still has that burning smell.
So that is Nova's turn now.
Yeah, so Nova takes a look at that spike growth. It's kind of like, nope, and he is going to, holding his hand to the gemstone on his neck. He calls forth a flaming sphere in. Let's see. Actually, I think I'll just go ahead and pull the card up while I'm here.
Yeah. Five-foot diameter sphere of fire appears in an unoccupied space of your choice within range last and whatever. Yes.
So I put the sphere. I'm gonna say here in this square.
Okay. Wait, can you point it again? All right. It's represented by the fire emoji.
That hot thickness.
Hot.
All right, and are you
And then he uses his bonus action to knock that sphere into the one directly north of it.
It dies.
Yeah, it's just the 1 HP. Nothing was, no hope for it.
Yeah, it did not make its throw.
I mean, it would take half damage anyway. So
Right.
unless that was like a 1, I guess.
Yeah, true enough.
But anyway, actually no, that's impossible because it's 2d6. Never mind.
Yeah.
It would die no matter what. Then with that, I will end the turn there.
Okay. Fringle, your turn.
Okay. Um. Pringle is going to. Sorry, can't talk. Sacred Flame the guy in front of Usnar.
Okay. And that is a 19 on the die, so it takes half damage.
It takes no damage.
It takes no damage. Okay. It is safe.
And then. Yeah, that ends my turn.
Okay.
I mean, no one is truly safe from Usnar, but
Otaro's turn.
yeah. So I guess yeah, Otaro is going to, I guess, fly over to. Yeah, I guess fly over to where Usnar is, and do a similar flyby help action. I guess again, try to maybe peck at its eye or whatever,
Okay.
and that'll end his turn.
All right. Okay. Now it's the monster's turn. So, Usnar, you are confronted by two of these sticky zombies. And a 21 and a 17. Do those hit?
They both hit. Oh wait, no, the 17 doesn't hit because my AC went up.
All right. Okay, you take 4 bludgeoning damage.
All bludgeoning damage. Okay, reduced by 2. On there.
And these zombies over to the left are going to move away from the flame sphere. Being dumb, they take damage and die. They die.
I mean, I get that they don't have brains, but
Their brains have been occupied by a giant eyeball.
Well, I mean, technically, with how the spell works, they wouldn't have even seen it unless they passed this DC to perceive it. So they have no idea it's there.
Pretty much. So that's their turn. So, goddamn thorns. Shaq,
Yeah.
you're up.
Well, since I'm certain Husnar is going to get himself killed, I'm going to drop the spell.
Okay, thorns has been dropped.
Raw. Very good. All right. I'm going to move up to there.
Okay.
Yeet. And, yeah, I'm going to shoot that one. The one in front of Otaro.
Okay.
Regular shot. Yeah, that's 26.
That's a death. You
Would I
nailed.
be able to? Yeah. Would I be able to shoot around or like over Uznar's shoulder?
I would.
Or is that a no-go?
I would say no because Uznar is like your size and easy to hit.
All right. I draw the arrow. I'm like tempted to shoot him because he called us reckless for what we did, and then ran into the spike growth. And then I'm gonna just ease up and end my turn.
Okay. Avne.
Yay! Oh boy. So yeah, considering that the spell's been removed, I'm gonna move up. And should I dash? That's the question. That is the question.
whether 'tis nobler to suffer the slings and arrows of Jacques' longbow.
It's worth it. Okay. Yeah, I'll do my dash. Gotta help.
Doing a dash. DoorDash.
Don't gotta go fast.
Going yum.
Gotta go eat.
Yum. Okay. And is that turn?
Indeed it is.
Mega held his tongue, take 2d6.
Oh. That's
I'm
right.
Near the fire. Shit.
Don't go near the fire.
It never said that.
I try not to metagame. I really try not to.
No,
You
but
could have
Seven.
said that in character.
the DM missed that one, so yeah, it's 7 damage.
Oh, shit, whatever.
Wait, Abney, no!
Don't run into the fire.
Why
Not
did
again.
nobody listen? Why did nobody listen to the fire safety
Like a
presentation?
moth to the flame, Avne goes to the fire.
Just like in Bend,
Yep.
Shut
Avne
up.
just running towards walls of.
Shut up! Shut up!
Okay. All right, so it's Waver's turn.
Okay. Try to decide what to do.
There is a single enemy.
Yep. Yeah. I'm just gonna take my movement. And I'm just gonna do dash action. Let me just make sure how much space I have. No, that's not what I want. I want measure. Yeah. Alright. Right there. I'm going to move up to here.
Okay.
And that's all I'm gonna do.
Yeah. Okay. Uznar.
You said the owl familiar was using help action, right?
Yeah, so you get advantage on this.
Okay, cool. I'm going in for a bite attack.
No, nah.
Terrible idea.
Double, no.
That's a nat 20.
You bite
As-
the thing's
as-
face. And go ahead and flavor it.
Yeah, as both Waver and Avne get up there, Usnar and just blind, chaotic blood rage just literally just forcing this creature down onto the ground, and it just starts mauling it. Mauling it with just no regards.
All right, you pop its disgusting eyeball with your teeth, and combat is over.
My god.
With that,
Nova
Well, that went quickly.
okay, go ahead.
immediately dashes up to Abne and Usnad. Are you two okay? I know I hurt you, but
Well, I'm fine, but just looks at Usnar. I'm not so
No,
sure
that-
about him.
Mega, I am sorry about this, but this is within flavor. Usnar's kind of uncontrollable at the moment. He lunges at you for an attack.
Fuck.
Well, that hits, I think.
yeah, that hits.
Oh boy, this is gonna be fun for Avne.
Mm.
Nova, as you literally put your hand on Usnar's shoulder, you just see him turn his head and his eye is just blank. His one remaining eye is just blank as he just literally basically goes in for the attack and is just trying to force you down.
Ah! Ah! Ah!
Immediately tackle him. Let's go.
Yep.
Fringle immediately sends his shield in front of Nova.
Okay. Avne, roll athletics with advantage.
Yeah.
I'm still enraged, so I get athletics with advantage as well.
That's a nat 20. You ain't beating shit.
Yeah.
Not unless he got a nat 20, but he didn't.
He didn't.
Nope.
Avne successfully tackles Uznar and gets him off of Nova.
You just tackle him with the shield and hold him down. What are you doing, you animal?
You basically just as you see Avne as the eye just goes from this blank white to this just normal to his normal blue as just the lightning aura just around him just stops.
Forrest
Nova
trying
is-
to,
Nova
pull-
is now-
pull Nova away. Are you alright, Nova?
Fuck, what did I do?
Nova's having trouble speaking.
Oh god.
Wayr's moving over towards Nova and is going to cast Healing Word.
And
Okay.
Forrest is just going to hug
If
Nova.
I can find where it is. There it is.
And
What did I...
this is the knoll that called me in Forest Reckless.
Get 7
Jacques.
back.
Jacques, not now.
No, this is the perfect time for that. And he's gonna go up, and he has an arrow knocked.
Half day.
What?
What did I do?
You
You
attacked
what?
Nova. You need better control of yourself.
Usna just literally is just gone limp at this point. He is literally having no fight in him.
Avenil ease up on the grip.
Ha! You fell for his ruse.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fuck me. Fuck me. God. At this point, you just literally see Usna just punched himself in the face. Not. I told yourself never again, and he just starts wailing on himself.
Whoa,
As
whoa,
he-
whoa, whoa, whoa. Ushna, breathe.
I am breathing. I am
Well-
breathing. I'm just punishing myself for losing control again.
What do you mean again?
It's the old man Hack says that I have a problem with myself. I get too much into the fight. Too much into the fight. Bloodlust, loss of blood, whatever it is. It apparently gives me a boost in my. Apparently, the adrenaline gives me a boost in my own strength, but I kind of lose all control. Not something I don't like happening. But at the same time, it's kind of helpful in the middle of a fight, but at the same time,
Afterwards is no good.
yeah.
But perhaps running into a field of thorns and spikes was not the best idea. I mean, 3 of those idiots just walked into it and died. Imagine if you had held back. They would have walked themselves to death. Thankfully, Nova already took care of the majority of them.
Yes, that was very well done of you, Nova.
At this point, Usna stands up, walks in front of Nova, and is literally hands and knees, forehead into ground. I can't be ever forgiven for what I did to you. I am sorry, and sorry. I promise it will never happen. I can never promise that it'll never happen again, but I promise. But I'll try my best not to let it happen again. He is. Forrest, you literally. Actually, no, Wayra will be on the side. Wayra, you actually see that there is actually tears welling up in Usna's eye.
Nova still can't quite speak and it can't really look at you in the eyes right now.
Nova, don't feel obligated to respond. You're fine.
With that, do you guys continue forward?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jack is gonna like
When
continue on point.
when we're
Uh,
able.
As a note, there's just a look of just profound disappointment in Wayra's face.
Oh, you've disappointed Wayra.
Forrest is mostly just like tending to Nova and hugging him, but like at
And-
one
and also
point there
she-
is just like
She very pointedly
Yeah.
is going to keep going without healing him.
Okay.
Like she
I'm a-
healed Nova, but is just ignoring Usnar.
Yeah. Forrest is at one point is just gives Usnar a disgusted look.
So it's at this point, as you move forward, shortly after the battle has ended, you find yourself in a large atrium kind of space. There are flying buttresses off to the sides of the room, holding up this great ceiling, this domed ceiling above you. And there are columns that have, long since tumbled over. There's a few of them still standing, but more of them are knocked over. And you see in the center of this room a small dais upon which sits a marble throne type thing. Forrest, you instantly recognize this as a place where you had seen the members of the cult that
Mm-hmm.
you wanted. So
Yep.
you not wanted, but you saw them here when you
Yeah.
did your scrying thing.
Yes. And Forrest will point at that and say, so that was where he was. Braxton.
Hmm. Do you think he might be here?
It is possible. I did not attempt to scry before we got here.
Well, we
At
best
the very least, I would not trust anything in this room to not be trapped.
Well, everyone be on your guard.
All right. Well, here is a good place for us to take a break. So let's take 5, and everybody be back in 5.
Yes,
Good.
thank you.
I'm so sorry, Mega. I am so sorry. Is
So,
it-
so Nova
I
just
mean-
went through his first animal attack.
Wow.
The thing is, Blood
I mean,
Rage has no downsides. I need to actually make an in-character side, aka I have to lose all control.
Understandable.
I mean,
No,
I'm
no,
not
no.
gonna
No, I get that, but Nova is not in a
But-
position to be understanding.
Yeah, no one's being very understanding right now.
I
We
am
might be
literally-
later. Right now, we're
I'm-
not.
I am relegated to the back in the naughty corner.
Get in the shame corner with your dunce cap.
No, cone of shame.
Yeah, oh, that's better, yeah.
Nova is still one level shy of banishing you.
To the Shadow Realm.
Ooh.
Ooh. I will be here.
I need to go get more liquids.
Bree. We got a Bree Miller in our chat.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, chat. I hope you enjoyed the party in a party conflict.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's totally great.
I guess I don't know. Maybe should we put like a trigger warning on this video?
But I think they'll be fine.
Not yet.
It's like not yet, but
Yeah.
Not yet. So we know what's coming.
And again, now hanging around Usnar has given him a new idea for Flaming Owl Strike.
That's why Avney's keeping an eye on Usnar this whole time.
Yeah.
Completely understandable.
Forrest is like partially in this chamber. She's like, I really have to pay attention, and then every so often, like she goes into Mama Cat mode with Nova and just starts worrying over him.
This baby boy needs our protection.
Pretty much.
so no. The sad part is that I was literally one AC off from being able to shield out of the way.
Aww. Yeah, I hope.
So like
I
not
hope
even
you're
shield would have
safe, Bree.
helped.
Even if I put like Shield of Faith on you, it wouldn't have worked.
Yeah, +5 in strength really makes attacks hit hard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just a bit.
Now I have brownies.
Yay.
Delish.
Oh,
I mean, like War Wizards do get a fun feature at level 10 where they just while they're concentrating on something, they get a passive boost to their AC and their saving throws, but
Nice.
not level 10 yet.
Yeah.
If there's one thing you could trust a War Wizard to do is to make saves.
I can't wait for like level 10 because there's going to be some interesting stuff for the Pact of the Old One for the Warlocks, since it's like people can't read my mind at all just because of the purely alien thoughts going through it. But at the same time, I wonder if, since we're dealing with cultists that worship an elder god, does that actually work on them? Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
no, all mind reading thoughts are immediately by just Hatsume Miku just twirling a leak at them.
Just that song playing in their head.
Yeah,
Although that said, I never really get a chance to use my power surge.
Kitten, no, it is not lewd thoughts, because number one, that's you, and Forrest is asexual.
I mean, you can be asexual and have lewd thoughts.
Yes, but not in the way that Forrest is.
Fair enough.
Oh, I thought I muted myself on Discord, but I didn't.
That
It's like,
that
oh.
is that is a good point, but it's just the way Forrest's head works. That just doesn't happen.
It's like, oh, so that's what it's like if those two were copulating. Okay.
It's not even that. Like,
Gross.
yeah, it's not even that. It's more of just like she just doesn't get it. It's I think I've tried to explain this in the past on the show, but it's just there's a disconnect with any of that stuff. Like, she, even seeing it happen in front of her, just does not click in her head.
Oh, hey, the wrestling.
What?
Yeah, basically, like that would be a good way of explaining that, is like she sees it and is just like, I don't fully understand what is going on, but they look like they are wrestling.
You
But it's just
say
like
that.
I guess it's like a hard interpretation at times, because like I know that depending on like when certain jokes are made at the expense of like Nova and Islington, for example, it's like sometimes you're laughing and sometimes you're confused.
Yeah. If it's like something cutesy, then she laughs. If it's purely sexual innuendo, she's just like, what?
So, robot roll call. Is everybody here?
Hi.
Robot.
Sound off.
Nobody's.
Miyako.
I'm
I
here.
have one healing potion that I'm about to use.
Jack has 5, and he is not ready to share it with Uzan.
Wow.
Well, I mean, the day before, Uznar was like, Forrest and Jacques are too reckless for killing that cultist. And now Jacques just has to do, like, the hand gestures, like, look at the hypocrisy happening.
Yeah.
Will
Yeah.
Smith poses.
You okay over there? Whoever that wheezing was, you okay?
I'm
I
fine.
think they died.
Okay.
I'm fine.
So now that we have everybody, let's get back to it, okay?
Yes.
I suppose.
Okay, back in the game mode. That's the sound it makes.
That sound specifically.
Thanks for the clarification.
So you find yourself, and this is all going to be theater of the mind. You find yourself in this large atrium-like area, which I had already described. Very beautiful, very ancient, very like the floors are marble here, and it's kind of amazing that this place got kind of buried and built over. But it didn't go without use if the cult of Abzazel was here earlier. But it's no sooner that Forrest says, I wouldn't trust anything in this room, that you hear a clattering coming from the opposite end of the room from where you guys came in. So to the north, you hear a clattering coming through a doorway. And
Forrest is immediately going up the ceiling.
Sword out. Oh my fucking god, are you serious?
Oh lord.
I knew you'd break, but... So, yeah, you hear a clattering coming through.
Yep. Forrest is up the wall.
Shit.
Hi there.
Yo,
So, yeah, sorry. Just, yeah, sword out and just...
so,
If you're nearby, show yourselves.
yeah, show yourself.
You guys will see a very familiar figure walk into the room, completely clad in armor. Oh! What are all of you doing here?
Oxton?
Immediate shock. Like,
Yes! Why are you here?
why are you here?
How
I asked you first, young paladin.
How far away is Arkston?
Arkston's about 50 feet away.
From a vantage point on, like, up the wall, using Feline's agility, can Forrest tackle Arkston from where she is?
Excuse me?
For the sake of
Oh,
a gag,
Oh boy.
I will
Here
allow
we go.
this.
Can she attempt to, I should say.
Yeah, you can attempt to.
What stat should I, or what skill should I use, or whatever?
Fucking roll athletics, I guess.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll this, or you got this, Lady D, in terms of roll?
I got this because
Okay.
I'd
Because I
add
don't have the
you.
sheet in front of me.
Oh, also, Bosco, good to finally meet you.
Hi, yes, good to meet you
Hi.
too. Way to make the worst decision of your life.
And with we all know that.
Oh,
When you
well, Ed, we're gonna have to
this
compare
decision-
notes on his sheet then, because I had one made up and I didn't know you made one up for him.
14.
All right.
If you text me what level he is, I could easily come up with what his grapple check would be.
I can. Yep.
Yeah, text me his level and his class, and I'll give you a general idea of what his modifier would be at about that level if he's statted like a piece.
We're so fucking screwed.
Oh, really? Well then, at least this. Depending upon how you wanted to go and how many bonuses he had, maybe also this. So that would be the modifier for strength that he would then add to athletics, which he's probably proficient in. So add his proficiency bonus to whatever the skill.
You easily outclass with more than 20.
There we go.
I just as that happens, as Forrest is diving down, you just hear Braxton.
Okay, and as soon as you dive onto him, you are going to clang off of his armor. and Arkex is just going to look. He's just going to look down and not really move, and then look back to the rest of you. Are they all right?
Jack has his arrow drawn and pointed at Arkston, not moving from his spot. But you can definitely tell it's pointed at your head.
He's going to offer a hand to pick up the cat that just leaped at him off the ceiling.
Could I
Out of
insight this
curiosity-
man?
Yeah, out of curiosity, D, does Does Arxton? I know I didn't get a good look at Braxton, but is there anything at all familiar?
I mean, well, you didn't get a
Like-
good look at Braxton, and he was wearing a big, heavy cloak, but he's about the
Yeah.
same size as Arxton.
About the same size. Did I see if Braxton had a beak
No,
under
you
that
didn't.
cloak? I did not. Okay.
Boy, this kind of came to a standstill.
Yeah,
I
I
think
know.
everybody's a little starstruck.
Usnar.
All right. Well, if he's not going to accept the hand, then Arxton is just going to step over
Oh,
him and start walking towards
she-
everybody else.
Sorry, she.
Oh, she. Okay, that's why I said they because I didn't know.
Yeah, sorry, my bad. No, sorry, I misunderstood what you were saying. If you are offering a hand, Forrest will take it.
Cool. Then he'll pick her up and then start walking.
Yeah.
Can I insight him?
Anybody else want to leap off the ceiling?
Usnar starts walking towards this Birdman he's never met in his life, but everyone's shocked about meeting.
All right.
Also, could you please put the bow down? It's rather unnerving that you're just pointing it at me.
By the way, Arxton, there's a big 6.5 foot tall knoll boy heading your way with an eye patch and an open Hawaiian shirt that's all ripped up.
Was this person with them the last time I met them?
No, he wasn't. He was their fallen comrade at the time.
Oh, there's more of you. Hi, I don't believe we've met. Arxton Corvere.
One question. Where you?
All right.
About a month ago, were you in a swamp marsh outside of Aberhold?
It wasn't a month. Well, yes, it was. Never mind. I'm sorry. I got my own timeline confused.
About a month ago. No, I don't think so.
You were.
Insight.
Okay, roll it.
Yeah. Same.
Anybody who wants to roll may
Yeah, I've
roll.
been wanting to insight him since he came
Yeah,
in.
I'm gonna. Since I am still pointing that. That's a nat 20.
Oh God.
Nice.
Thank you.
I got 24.
You roll too high, you don't get it.
Okay, so Nova. I almost called you by the player name. Nova, Fringle, Jack, and Avne. He's being truthful, at least to the best of his knowledge.
I just look back. Casually look back at chat.
Jack is loosening his grip on the bow and unknocks the arrow, puts it away. Telling the truth.
Thank you. Yeah, why would... I'm very confused.
Some low-life goon impersonated you and made us all think that you were working for an evil cult for a few minutes.
Okay, I guess we're going straight to the point then. Okay.
I'm
why
sorry,
not?
what?
We have been trying to get in contact with you, Sir Arxton, and it seems every time we used magical
Means.
spells to do so, most of the implements exploded.
Truth be told, I'm trying not to be found, so I guess that's fortuitous.
It is
May
oddly
I ask why?
coincidental. It is oddly coincidental when, as our friend Usna here says, someone tried to impersonate you and made it look like you were saving a very horrifying murderer.
I see. And what was that name you called me again?
Braxton. It is the leader of the cult, at least as far as I have seen.
Dun, dun, dun.
You're sure?
I used clairvoyance to spy on one of the higher members. You know one named Castigon?
Just to fill you in, yes, you would have heard of Castigon the Red. He is a serial murderer and very dangerous guy who's been on the loose for years. Nobody's ever been able to get him in prison.
I swore I would put that person behind bars.
I spied on him after he waylaid us in Averhold. and Braxton was giving him orders.
And you believed it was me?
Well, more of coincidental things. I was not sure. I was not there when the impersonation happened, but frankly, Braxton, it is coincidental and perhaps a little silly, but not unlikely either.
And that brought you down here?
Oh no, what brought me down here was the fact that they were here at all.
Interesting. So where are all of you headed then?
Here. This room.
For what?
To investigate.
Right, then it seems we've been led to the same place.
Did you
Did
Did you also
find
encounter a bunch of zombies on the way?
That's a great question, Lady D. Did I?
You did.
Let's just say that there's a lot of bodies around.
I doubt
If
that.
we have all been led here, then this is a
It's
very
a
bad
trap.
mistake.
Why do you guys always think I'm trying to trap you?
I don't necessarily
You are.
DM.
I don't necessarily believe this to be a trap. Perhaps maybe just the next piece of the puzzle.
But tell me,
To be fair, sir, a lot of things have bamboozled us on the way here.
Yes, I recalled you being quite bamboozled just by me showing up.
Although I don't think they expected at least us to be here.
It's true, I also didn't expect you here, but the cat off the ceiling was a good try.
Apologies about that.
He looks down at his armor and the little scratch marks from the claws. All right, it buffs out.
Well, it is good to see you again.
I'm gonna start looking around the room.
Okay, roll investigation.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Nova will also.
That's a nat 20.
Oh my
Fucking-
god!
Or
You-
maybe
Hey, I just want to let you know, no magic at the table.
Fucking, I'm gonna enact Monopoly rules where like if and a nat one for Mega.
You know what? Although considering what has happened recently, I think this makes sense.
If you roll another nat 20 in a row, I'm going to put you in jail. So, Jack, you find several feathers indicating bird presence. Not presence as in like a gift, but presence with a C.
Yeah. Okay, with that roll, would I be able to tell, like, if they came from how many different bird persons?
You can tell that there's at least 4 different kinds of feathers here.
Okay.
Jacques, what do you see over there?
Do any of them look like they would belong on Arkston?
Yes, actually, one of them does.
I'm going to hold that feather up to Arkston and compare it to his feathers.
Arkston,
Arkston.
a lizard man put his fingers in your face with a
Can,
feather.
can I help? Can I help you?
Tell me, do you know the name Braxton?
It's a strange name. It sounds similar to names I've heard before. I've heard a lot of names.
Are you an only child?
I'm more concerned as to why you're sticking a feather in my face.
This feather is exactly like yours. Now,
Right, yes.
coincidence, this Braxton could... I don't know, I didn't really take a good look at him, but according to what the others say, spitting image of you.
To be fair, with this armor on, a lot of people could look like me. In fact, you thought it was me.
How tall are you without the armor?
Tall enough!
I mean, no disrespect. Just, are you an inch shorter? Or...
The shoes maybe give me an extra inch at best.
I hear dog.
Very well.
That is, I apologize for cats and dogs living together craziness.
Pandemonium. Sorry.
Mass hysteria. Okay, yeah, sorry.
Well, either you have a relative who has joined their kind, either you're part of it and you yourself have no idea that something's going on, or it's just there happens to be another Kenku of Golden Eagle that has joined our force.
We're not as common as you think.
Good, and that thing narrows things down.
Ha! Yes.
It does not narrow things down in your favor.
All right. I still sense a little bit of hostility here.
Maybe suspicion.
Sir,
My friends, if I wanted you all dead, don't you think you would have been so already?
Oh my
Maybe.
god.
shh. It's a common
Maybe.
phrase, D.
I'm gonna go back to the feathers.
But good
and-
catch,
and-
by the way. Yes,
I
good
did
catch.
catch it though. I
Yeah,
did catch it.
I mean, technically I've been dead for a year, so
A month.
It was like a week or snot.
Wait, you were dead for... Oh, dear. All right.
Time dilation, sir.
I see. Yes, of course. Look, is there a purpose to looking at feather? Is there something else you came down here in search of, or is it just feathers?
More than just feathers, but back at the feathers, can I tell that they came from Tavarian, Castigon, and Burke?
Judging by what you know about their feathers, you do indeed. You're able to tell that one would come from a vulture, another from some kind of large black parrot, and another from Weasley Little Crow Boy.
I forgot that Tavarian is a large black parrot.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the villains.
Mhm.
Sir Oxton?
Yes. What can I do for you, Avne?
Do you know about a figure known as Tavarian or Burke?
Does that ring any bells to me?
Tavarian certainly does. Tavarian was once... Okay, his full name is Tavarian Saviero. He was once a renowned paladin for Amtare, who was the god of war. But then he kind of fell off the radar for quite some time.
He's one of the fallen.
One of the fallen?
A paladin who's lost their way.
Hmm. That would check out with what he told me. Do you know anything else about him?
Other than that he was very skilled before he suddenly disappeared, no.
Well, the news is we found him in a way,
You found him?
He
How?
was
I
us-
suppose.
he-
Well, he first did.
He more found us.
Yes, more so, yes.
Oh,
and
that is
he
not
was,
good.
He was also one of the four that I spied in this room taking orders from Braxton.
He's working for the cult, sir.
This is not good.
It truly is not. And he shattered one of my ribs, so that was fun.
That will heal. You're lucky to be alive.
Indeed, I am.
Who else have you encountered?
Burke?
That's not a name you'd know.
I've never heard of the name Burke. I mean, I've heard the name Burke, but not a specific Burke that would mean anything.
Of course.
Anyone else?
Those
I mean-
are the main ones.
Castigon's shown up a couple of times, but I've happily humiliated him a few times.
Yes, you
And
close-signed him from the sky.
Okay, immediately, Arkston, that's like red flag. And being that this guy said that he was dead for a year, I go ahead and roll an insight from your end.
Okay. I'm gonna
Oh, no.
have to use actual real dice. Hang on. I have real dice. Ha! You're not working very well. How's a 3 do?
It's like, wow, he came from the sky once. That's weird.
That is weird, but it's not good.
Yeah, people don't just come back to life and fall from the sky.
And this is the guy who was dead when I saw them last, or supposedly dead.
He claims to be dead, but things don't.
This is
add up
Hawaiian
right.
shirt, dude.
This is Hawaiian shirt, dude.
Yeah.
This is
Dude,
the one who
I'm-
went missing when you first met the group at the camp.
How exactly did you all meet this character? Pointing to the one in the Hawaiian shirt.
He was with us from the beginning, actually.
Yeah. Okay.
We all met in a bar.
Wait, was this your companion who was considered deceased when we met?
He fell into the river fighting Castigon.
Yes.
Okay, bit of explain. Let's see, can you have a bit of explain to do? I tackled Castigon I fought Castigon one-on-one outside of Forest. What was the name of that town again?
Bend.
You fought Castigon 1-on-1?
Yes, I did.
Right, that explains you being dead. How did you come back alive?
Well, I was close to death, and in blind fury and rage, I tackled him into the river. I decided, well, if I'm gonna die, he's gonna die as well. So I tackled him into the river, hoping to drown him. That obviously didn't work, and of course he gave me a few lovely scars and took my eye, and I woke up on a beach. I woke up on a beach somewhere next to a guy named Herb, and I spent a year healing, training, and getting really, really high with Herb.
Except that apparently for us it was a week.
Yeah. So apparently, according to these guys, I wasn't actually dead. I managed to live through that, and I woke up in a different realm altogether, and time dilation. And of course, I was sent back, and happenstance where I was coming flying into was where Castigon was, and I decided to give him a good lariat to the front.
So, Arkston, to you, that sounds like he died, went to the realm of another god, and was sent back through divine intervention.
It seems you were given a second chance.
Yeah, and I kind of maybe fucked up that second chance a little bit. Hey, did you know a guy named Hat? By the way?
You did.
Mysterious voice in the sky?
You did. He was a fighter dude that you were very familiar with. He challenged you once, but you don't you don't participate in pit fights, so you couldn't actually do it and maintain your status in the order.
Yes, he has quite the competitive streak. Once
Good.
challenged me to a fight.
I know that story. I trained under him. He never fought you, and I need to get a one-up on him. So next time we meet, I'm challenging you to a one-on-one.
Usna, remember when you told that me and Forrest were reckless, and then you did that shit? You ran through the thorns and punched Nova in the fucking face. And now, instead of focusing on finding the cultists and stopping their plan on attack on all the cities of the southern coast, by the way, that's happening. You're trying to pick a fight with Ox, and you keep telling people that you can't.
First of all, I am still very apologetic for that, Nova. I am once again I just casually glance over to Nova, then just tuck my eye away in absolute shame, and I look back to Shax, and I go, second, I'm not challenging him right now. And it's not a fight to the death or anything, just a friendly, sparring match.
Oxton, just punch him out so we don't have to deal with him anymore.
If I could speak on my own behalf, first of all, I don't do pit duels. They are not worthy of a person of my stature. It is looked down upon by the Order. Number two, do I have to bring up Castagon again? And number 3, we have a saying in the order that I believe would do you some great good going forward. It is better to be thought the fool than to open one's mouth and remove all doubt.
Ooh.
Is that to me or to Uznar?
Hawaiian shirt dude who wants to fight me.
Great. All right.
Mhm. And I have I also have another saying in my life. It goes, you know what? I'll come back to you on that one.
Okay.
Of his own saying.
Okay, so you learned absolutely nothing.
Ushna, with all due respect, I don't believe if he did not accept the offer from from your master, I don't think he would accept it this time.
There is no honor in dueling and killing you.
Well, you could just battle him into submission.
Oh my god.
To achieve what, exactly?
I'm just trying to justify. Anyway.
Lord Arkston. Lord Arkston,
Yes.
I apologize for interrupting all of this, but I have a question for you.
Of course.
I wish to know your thoughts on something. It is partially pertaining to what we have been discussing with the attacks in the cult. If we have captured a cult member, not a high-ranking one, but a lower-ranking one, and we have already extracted all of the information we can from them through magical means, what are your thoughts on executing them?
What was their crime that deserved execution?
Endangering the entire planet, endangering every single person on it, attempting to kill and destroy everything.
So this lowlife, this essentially peasant of a higher power, managed to do all of that? It sounds like all he did was attempt murder.
And he was making the goo monsters we've been fighting. And he and the other cultists are ready to launch a full-scale attack on all the cities and towns along the southern coast to kill innocent people, entire families, men, women, and children.
I see. Interesting. And how many trials have all of you proceeded over?
None.
Well, I know my family is, according to Burke, at least one.
So you would play judge, jury, and executioner? All of you?
I would.
Yes.
I did not
I
wish to
mean,
put
I've
us
been on the. I mean, I've been on the opposite side of a trial where I'm getting something, but yeah, I tend to lean more towards the realm of everyone is worthy of redemption. So
I've
Here are
always
my
been taught
thoughts.
to defend myself when I am attacked.
Here are my thoughts. You are all looking at this as black or white. Either save them or kill them. What you need to understand is the world is many different shades of gray. There is no black and there is no white. If you have someone captured that you believe committed a crime, then they should be tried as such. If they are found guilty and the punishment is death, then yes, they should be executed. If they do seek redemption, then they should be given that opportunity. But not everyone is redeemable.
Then,
No.
if I
I'm just
may
looking down
add,
at that.
if I may add a little bit more context, then
Of course.
what if this person had? You are aware of the being that these cultists follow, yes?
Yes.
What if the cultists have a connection with this being that will never go away? If it is something that plays at their mind for the rest of their life, until eventually it becomes too much.
Then their redemption is death, a freedom from that bind.
And Forrest just nods at that.
I wish we could save them.
Death is not the end, as your friend can attest to. With death comes a new beginning. If these cultists truly are tied, forever bonded to this higher power, then death may be their only form of redemption.
Or it curses them forever to be with him.
I would not know without further investigation. All I'm saying is it's a possibility.
Even
But there's also an equal possibility that there is a way to break that bond. I would not know the answer to either question.
personally, I would love if there were a way to break that bond, especially for them. But it is... Lord Oxton, I must admit something to you. It is... I ask these because I have personal experience with this.
I'm listening.
It is difficult to explain with words. When I say personal experience, I mean with the connection that the cultists have to their deity.
Are you saying you used to feel that same connection?
Used to is a word that is inaccurate.
You are currently feeling it.
Always.
And yet you have chosen to work against its interest.
I quite like existence and the people on the planet.
So,
please do not be alarmed. I wish to take something out of my pack. And she's going to carefully reach into her pack and pull out the blue crystal.
does that mean anything to Arkston?
You know what? Just for sake, roll knowledge religion.
Oh, Jesus. I have proficiency in this, so I'll trust you to figure out what that means. Come on, actual dice. Hey, that's a 15 on die.
Okay, so proficiency. Yeah, you know, it's this is something that's definitely tied to the eldritch being at the center of this planet.
Mm-hmm.
And it's basically a way for it to reach from its domain out to the outside world. And it seems to be bound to Forrest, the cat lady that tackled you earlier.
This was several months earlier, maybe 2-3 weeks before we all met. I had been on a expedition. I had come into some money of my own, and I wanted. I do not remember why, but I wanted to do an archaeological dig. So I hired a team of laborers. I hired a historian, and we went and discovered or excavated a place that the historian knew of. There was not much to it. There was it was a rather small place out in the wilderness, far to the west. But that was where I found this crystal, and in my excitement and my haste, I grabbed the crystal before anyone else could. And I saw many things, Lord Oxton. And admittedly, this debate that we have been having about executing or redeeming cultists, I have been thinking about it a bit. And I know what most of my companions think. I do not necessarily disagree with them on many of their points, but I think they do not fully grasp the seriousness of the situation. And I think that I have a way to show them.
And what way would that be?
Forrest, what are you saying?
You know of she looks at Nova at this. Nova, in your magical studies, you know of the fear spell.
Does he?
Yes, you do. This was covered extensively in your mother's personal library.
Yes, I've heard about this fear spell, yes.
It shows whatever creature it is being cast on, it shows the person casting it as their worst fears. I think with a little bit of help, I might be able to use that to show mine.
Whoever's typing, could you please mute yourself? Sorry, continue.
So you're saying you want someone to use the fear spell onto you?
No. I wish to change the spell and use it on all of you to show you what I saw. Hopefully without the danger of making a connection.
Would Nova know if that is even possible?
Theoretically, it is. Quite possible, actually.
I've never heard of it being used that way, but I think that could work. It seems possible.
And Forrest looks to the rest of the group and looks to Arkston and excuse me. Says to Arkston, do you think this is a wise decision?
I never believe it wise to inflict punishment on someone, but if you believe it will be beneficial, I will not stop you.
I do not wish to punish anyone, merely to show them what it is that I fear, and why I react so violently to the people we face.
I suppose you should be asking them that, not I.
And she looks at the rest of the group. Will you indulge me in this?
Lyra just nods.
What? Forrest. How about this? I'm not good at doing the whole word thing to everybody, but I know how to say things in brutal, plain honesty. Just do it on me. Save everybody else the absolute horror.
No.
I want to see it. I want to
Well,
know the
just do
days
it on
I'm
me.
going to hunt.
Been just doing on me. Been just doing on me, Shaxon, and
I will not do it on anyone who is unwilling. But for all those who are,
I suppose it is the least I can do.
Nova will sit down onto the ground, Indian style, and take a deep breath. Okay.
Moira, knowing herself a bit too well, puts down all of her weapons on the ground and just, steps away from them a little bit. Okay.
No
Forrest.
objections.
Yes, Fringo?
You said you wanted to kill every person that has a connection to this thing.
Indeed,
Does that include yourself?
it does. Do you wish to know why?
Yes.
Since this is how you can know.
I mean, the other choice is we flip it on its head and we go kill this thing instead.
Oh, I would
Can
love
we
to
not
kill
discuss killing a wannabe god quite yet?
that.
Sounds like a fun time to me.
All right, so there are no objections to the ritual that Forrest is asking you all to undertake?
Only hesitation.
Jack is all for it.
Then I suppose, Miyoko, I shall leave the story in your hands for this part.
Thank you very much. And
Should I just queue up the Reaper flashes from Mass Effect 1 for this?
Maybe, but no. We
Guys,
got
this character's been indoctrinated.
Lord Oxton, do you wish to take part as well?
I do.
Very well. And Forrest will begin setting up the ritual. D, as per what we discussed, am I Hold on, that's me.
Yes. The 5-0 that day came.
Campaign end.
Sorry, one second. That
I'm starting the ritual.
That SWAT team is gonna get loud.
I didn't realize we were being warped into Silent Hill.
I mean, I
Look,
do live in
man.
Maine. I mean, that takes place here, so sure.
Guys, I live in LA. It's basically Silent Hill already.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, what horror genre doesn't take place in Maine?
There's a few.
So,
Adam Sandler movies.
Ah,
Yep. Fair. Fair.
Ah.
that's more New Hampshire. Anyway,
all right. So she begin. As per what we discussed, am I spending any gold to like in terms of components?
we'll discuss that later.
Later. Okay. All right. But yeah, she begins setting it up, which I believe ritually casting anything takes like an hour plus the regular casting time, so it takes a while. And at the end of the hour, as she finishes her preparations, Forrest reaches into her component pouch and takes out the heart of a hen that she has. And she says, "Are you all ready?"
I've been ready for an hour. Let's just do this.
Fair. And she casts the spell on the group. Let's see. Give me just one quick moment. Pulling up.
Arkston dies.
Ominous.
Yeah,
fucking
Arkston,
music.
Arkston just fucking.
Arkston is dead.
dies.
He's just done.
I roll hit die because I'm counting this as a trace.
And you see, this is why you never trust a character with a German accent.
It is not German. It is fine.
That is, it sounds the same to me. Your part is the accent. You run away like beach.
That is entirely fair.
Omit
Well,
de fromage, as we say in French.
Okay.
There are
enough of
so
that.
many Flint's people
It's-
here.
It is time for the spooks.
Yep. I'm
So-
just trying to get the thing to work correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, do you have a movie prepared?
No.
Oh,
That's-
yeah,
we
you're
got
not
some
gonna be able to
stuff.
hear this, Ed. Shit.
That's fine. Just somebody tell me afterwards.
Well,
Sh-
You know what? I'll listen
to
to it on the stream. I'll just be delayed.
Okay,
Yeah,
sure.
there you go.
Do that.
I don't hear the music.
How about now?
Yeah, that's the creepy stuff. There we go. We're good.
I'm gonna reload and hope that works.
It's literally called Big Scary. Nice.
Yeah. I apologize. Can you try running the music one more time for me?
It's still running, so
It's
like,
still running? Okay. Alright.
if you just refresh, you'll be able to hear it.
Okay. So Forrest casts the spell, and from the hen heart comes a rolling wave of darkness that engulfs each of you. As you awake, you each find yourselves alone. And you find yourselves not in the bodies that you were. You look down and you see fur covering your arms. Soft black fur, and you realize that these are Forrest's arms, and that you are seeing out of her eyes. You look out over the gray expanse that you are on. The ground underneath, as you stand up, has a texture of mud and almost clings to you. And as you look forward, you realize that there is a forest in front of you. The forest, however, is blackened, almost like it's been burned recently. Many of the trees are missing branches and are just the trunk of the tree stretching into the sky. Many of them, due to the predation of the fire, are missing all of their leaves and everything else, and their hands almost, or their branches almost gnarl over into hands. And somewhere far, far off in the distance, you hear this low rumbling sound. You move forward into the forest, and up above you in the night sky, you don't see anything. There are no stars, there is no moon, there is nothing to see. In fact, the only reason you can make out the trees before you is due to your dark vision. As you move through, you get the sense of being watched. It wasn't there at first. It's almost like something has become aware of you as you moved into this forest. And after about a minute of walking, you come to a tree with a gnarled-looking hole in the trunk. And it catches your attention, and you hold there for a moment. Upon which the gnarl in the tree opens up to reveal an eye staring at you. And you hear the sounds of this sticky, almost dripping sound, and look around, and the trees around you are all opening up with these small eyes up and down them, staring at you. After just a brief moment of looking at you, the eyes then open up. to reveal a mouth of glistening fangs. And a hissing sound begins emitting from them, very obviously hostile and angry and hungry. You immediately realize that the trees have begun moving, and realize that these were never trees at all, as the ones without branches slowly curl and twist, revealing themselves to be tendrils, while the ones with the branches reveal themselves to be hands and arms that all begin closing in on you. And as you struggle in the darkness, in the mud, you realize that the very ground underneath you is roiling. It's spiraling around you, holding you in place as these mouths and teeth get closer and closer. Soon they begin tearing into you. But as they connect with you, you feel parts of you ripped away, but when you look, no flesh is missing. And that's when you realize that they're not tearing your body. They're tearing something far more important. And with each of these tears, you feel the loss of something that makes you you. You feel the loss of something important. Finally, you hear Forrest scream out, "Stop! Anything to stop!" And the vision ends. But as the darkness recedes from you and goes, and you are left to see the chamber that you are in and see Forrest standing there before you, you see one last thing. For but a moment, you see a tendril coming out of the floor and inside Forrest's chest, wrapped around her heart. And then it's gone.
Man, I should not have been listening to Bloodborne music by a bit. Okay, there is something I want to do, but I'm willing to let anybody else go.
I assume we're back to ourselves then.
Mm-hmm. Spell's over.
Yeah, you'll all see Avni like just gasp, clutch their chest, and immediately fall to their knees.
Jacques, he's been standing this whole time, and he looks down at his hand that's trembling, and then he just clutches it into a fist, walks over to Forrest, and just, with his other hand, pat her shoulder. We'll deal with that thing later. For now, we deal with its followers, and the creatures they summon. We'll work our way to that.
We work our way to that by killing its followers.
Of course.
And everything with a connection to it.
Nova wordlessly stands up. He walks over to Forrest and gives her a hug, saying nothing.
She just hugs him tight.
Fringle is just kind of sitting there, and you can see he's shivering, and you'll see him reach into his bag and pull out a cloak. And just kind of wrap it around himself. And he just holds his hand out and casts Sacred Flame, just holding it there in his hand, like trying to warm himself up, trying to get that darkness to go away.
All of you hear just a low chanting song coming from Waira, and it's unless anyone else speaks Orc, you don't know what she's singing, and it's the only time you've ever heard her use this language.
There were many things taken from me, but I also lost more after asking it to stop. I remember some of the pact that I made, and I remember I know what I have lost. I do not know my people or where I came from. I do not know anything before that vision other than the excavation itself. When I woke up from that, the laborers were not there. The historian was gone. And instead I was in a different place, with bodies all around me that I did not recognize. They very obviously had mutilated each other in some frenzied rage. I took the crystal and the book that I have, and she pats the journal that sits on the metal chain. And I ran. I found one survivor who died very shortly after I found him. He did something. I do not know what. But he told me to live and to fight. And I never saw him again. The place that I came out of collapsed soon after I escaped from it. And I think it would take a completely new excavation team to unearth it, and quite frankly, I think I would kill anyone who tried.
I'm curious what Arkston's thoughts on this whole ordeal was.
Arkston hasn't moved from his spot. He's just kind of been standing at attention. But it looks like he's trying to process what the heck he just saw and felt. Unless you wanted that verbalized, in which case I can do that too.
I think that's sufficient.
But he looks very stoic, but you can tell the gears are turning.
Fortis, I'm so sorry.
That is the thing that I have a connection to. It is the thing that all of these cultists have a connection to. And this connection was not made unwillingly. Not by any of us, I think.
You all just start hearing this cackling just coming from Usna from behind. You'll just see him and his chest is just convulsing.
Usna!
What in God's name are you laughing at?
Nova
I'm
starts
laughing.
backing away.
I'm laughing at my fear. I'm not giving it power. I'm not giving it the satisfaction of it being a thing that controls me. I'm looking at it directly in its face and I'm laughing at it. Oh, oh. First, I apologize for everything I've thrown at you. I apologize for every doubts that I had about you. But I need this. I need to face this fear with my feet, but standing strong with it in front of me. I need to laugh at it. I need to taste its flesh between my teeth. This has reaffirmed my position. Oh, I am looking forward to this. I am looking forward to how much rage I'm gonna force upon this being for it stripping me away from my family. Oh, I am going to enjoy this.
I think I broke him.
He was never all there to begin with.
So
But
that's
here's the
fair.
thing. Some of us want to go after the thing. That's great. But we have to be, grounded first. Within the next
best.
2 or 3 days, multiple cities and towns are going to be attacked by its followers. We deal with that, the cultists, their champions first.
To be fair, that is the best way to get at this creature. Whether or not it is a god is irrelevant. It is the child, or the children of gods. This thing gets power from belief. Take away the belief, there is no power. Take away all those who know of it, perhaps we can kill it.
I understand now.
Can I do one last investigation of the room to see if there was anything else besides feathers?
I mean, you nat 20'd, and there's really nothing here other than,
Right.
old, architectural artifacts, so.
Alright.
Yeah, if they're still on the ground, they need help getting up.
Forrest will go over and just put a shoulder or put a hand on Avni's shoulder.
Oxton,
Yes.
where will you be the next few days?
Hunting.
Please stop blowing up our magical implements when we try to talk to you.
I can assure you that probably wasn't me. Anyway, look. In light of this revelation, there is something that all of you should know.
Indeed.
You are absolutely certain that Braxton was the name of whatever it was this creature impersonating me was called.
That is what they called him. Whether or not that is his real name, I do not know.
I saw him in the flesh, and after all.
I cannot state this with enough gravity to all of you, especially you, looking at Hawaiian shirt guy.
He's calming down from his laughing fit.
Good.
Thank you. Good. Awesome. Excellent. If any of you run into this Braxton again, do not fight him.
That does actually seem sensible.
It's not just sensible, it is a necessity if you wish to stay alive. Again, looks at Hawaiian shirt.
He's giving you the biggest puppy. He's giving you the biggest disappointed puppy dog eye on the planet.
If he is strong enough to rein in Castigons, then he is indeed a threat.
He's a threat that only I can deal with. Investigate what you will, go after his underlings, but Braxton is mine.
Is there something about him that you can share with us? Because all we really know about him is what we do, but you seem to know a lot more about him.
Assuming this is Braxton, he is my brother.
I fucking knew it. I did call it.
You did.
Fringle, you owe
You
me,
did.
Fringle, you owe me 5 gold.
Did you take bets on this?
Pringle's
I
still
had-
sitting on the ground, shivering, looking into the fire.
I had a theory, and I wrote down, and I knew.
I was asking like over an hour ago if you had a brother or if you were an only child. It was a shot in the dark, and apparently I was right.
This is an interesting revelation.
This does sound like one of my mother's old novellas.
Yes, no wonder you two look so alike.
So it
Right,
is an
right.
evil. It's an evil twin situation, right?
Yes, appears so.
Man,
Well,
this is so stereotypical.
Looks at the camera. Ouch, jeez.
You can just feel the insulted offense from the airwaves or from D.
Allow me to play the creepy, ominous noises. Anyway,
I'll take 50. I'll take 52 points of meta damage.
okay. So there's something else you should reveal about Braxton, isn't there?
But I don't wanna.
Okay.
He's your alternate persona,
You're
isn't
not
he? He's not a
okay.
brother.
It's the Nicochin.
I think I revealed everything you told me. Unless type it to me real quick if I'm forgetting it.
Oh, perhaps he has 2 faces.
Oh God, that would be the worst.
He's
got one of him and he's got one of other him.
He's doing that thing from Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. You've got
Oh
him
god,
in the back
no.
of your head.
Oxygen removes his helmet and turns around.
Yeah, pretty much.
Braxton on the back of his head. That's all it is. It's just
Yeah.
whichever way he's turned.
Hey,
He's
hey,
like Two
found
Face,
him.
but it's 2 heads.
We found him. Everybody stab him.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming this summer, it's 2 brothers. They're paladins who disagree, but sometimes fight crime. They're 2 brothers.
2 brothers, 1 paladin.
Oh,
Whoa,
wow.
whoa.
Wow.
Damn.
Wow.
Right, I didn't see that in the. Okay, yeah, that's an important note. Okay, cool. Listen, the reason I caution all of you is because there's no way it can be him. It shouldn't be him. He should be dead.
Looks at Usnar. Well, apparently we've learned that second chances are a thing.
He shouldn't have a second chance. He killed our father.
Were you the one who killed him?
Yes.
I'm sorry?
I said I killed him.
Understand?
If anyone was going to do it, it was going to be I. It was a family matter. Remember what I told you about some people being irredeemable? He is irredeemable.
Understood. Just,
I
like,
understand.
just them shaking. I understood.
So I again tell you, if these cultists can somehow be saved, if they can be like your friend here and somehow resist the call, then there may be a chance that you can break it. But if not, death may be their only way out. As your friend so eloquently said. As for Braxton, there is no redemption for him. Do not try to turn him. Do not try to save him. Do not even engage him. I will finish him myself.
Understood.
Do you know why he killed your father?
Because he's crazy. He absolutely lost his mind.
Out of curiosity, Lord Arkston, was there anything in the chambers that you entered from?
Just a lot of dead bodies.
Fair.
Then it seems there was nothing to find here as... Oh, I was going into a completely different accent for a moment. It's crap. No,
The German is sleeping out.
Then it seems that we came here for nothing apart from killing whatever was here.
Mm,
We didn't learn
Even
anything new.
We gained a lot of new information. That is nothing. Well, that is not nothing. That is a lot.
And we exterminated a threat.
We
Indeed.
gained a lot of information. It was nothing. Dude, we know who the bad guy is now. It was nothing.
Arkston,
Uh,
how much contact do you have with Blount?
it's a great question.
You know each other in passing. You're both aware of what he does, but he's more like subversive cloak and dagger kind of thing. So you don't like associating with him much. But he's ultimately on the side of good.
We speak when it is absolutely necessary, though our means could not be more different. I would not say he is a friend nor an acquaintance. We simply work together.
Well, I'd say he needed to know all this.
Oh, you guys told Mac earlier, but not the stuff you found out about Arkston, Braxton, and whatnot.
Well, that's what I was saying.
Okay, yeah.
You need to know about all this.
At the very least, so like all of Blount's people can be warned. Hey, don't engage this fucker if you see him.
And also, don't attack Arkston.
Yeah.
Arkston is safe.
Yeah, please no more jumping at me.
Yeah.
No promises.
I'm going to yeet Forrest.
Okay, but here's what happens when the real question comes. When it's both Austin and Braxton standing there, and Forrest has a gun. Who does Forrest shoot?
The one with the glowing eyes.
Okay, so with all
So
this,
both of them?
Well, I am glad at least the villain is not you, so.
Ithaca will be very happy to hear that.
You cannot imagine how relieved I am. But
Well,
yes,
don't consider yourself that lucky. You're not out of the woods yet.
indeed. It's a little bit of relief that I like to cherish for a moment.
Is there anything else I can assist you all with?
Well, since we
But
know
you came
that
here.
Nova, go ahead.
Well, you came here because part of your own investigation, right?
Correct.
Do you happen to know of any other places under suspicion?
And how did you find out about this place?
Those are both very good questions that I'm not going to answer because there's no way I can guarantee you won't go after Braxton.
Looks over at Uznar.
You will understand, I must handle this.
Completely so.
It is not something you need to handle alone, so.
No, actually, it is.
No,
did it once
actually,
before.
It is not. The situation has changed, if only a little. And besides, help does not mean you do not end it. It just means you have a better chance of ending it.
At the very least, I'd very like to be able to avoid this plan they have for the coast.
We won't be able to avoid it, but we can help fight against it. In Arkston, if you're in any of these cities or near them and the attack happens, I'm hoping that you'd go aid them, whichever one it is. And that is something we need to figure out. Which town, which city are we going to defend?
Of course.
We're not going to be able to stop the attack, no matter how many sewers we trudge through.
And with that, I think that's a good stopping
Let's
point.
One more thing. No.
Okay, say your thing. Do your thing.
Sorry. So Oxton, one more thing about Taverian.
Aye.
Do you know why he wants to kill me?
Mm-mm.
I haven't the slightest idea. Probably because you're a threat.
Yes, but he seems to be after me in particular.
Maybe because you are everything that he used to be.
I wouldn't doubt that.
You are sworn in by Arkston.
Well, that too, I suppose.
You're going to have a target on your back simply for being associated with me.
Well, that target on my back I shall wear.
In the meantime, it is time to stand up. Come on.
Yeah, yes, of course.
So with
You shouldn't
that,
sit for more than a few minutes. Sorry.
with that, I think that's a good place to call our session for the evening. Ed, thank you so much for coming in again, and yes, playing Arkston. And
Yeah.
go ahead and tell the people they already know who you are and what you do, but go ahead and tell them about where they can find you.
You can find me at Ed Bosco VA on both Instagram and Twitter, and then right here on twitch.tv/Edward Bosco, where I do wrestling and sports and crazy stuff. Come tune in.
Yes, go to Edward Bosco. Go to
Do
his-
it.
Do it. Do it.
And sometimes you'll see me right here on Lady D's channel or Trash Gremlin's channel doing crazy characters, like playing a character that might even relate to this story at some point.
Dun, dun, dun.
Come on!
To war. All right. Okay. So let's see. We should raid somebody with the 11 people we have right now. Let's see who's on.
Edward Bosco! Oh, wait.
I'm not just streaming. I'm here.
Yeah, so you're on. Yeah.
There you go.
Anti-raid!
No panties. Only stream.
Only
No
kills.
panties, only Zool.
What?
Hey, Monty's streaming. Let's go raid her.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, no, it's nice to meet you. You weren't-
Yeah,
That's all right.
So, and now I have a chance to finally say this to your face, Edward Bosco. You seems
Oh.
a bit of an American sports team.
Matters, like maybe.
Oh.
We
Oh,
play
no.
we play rugby